That was nice for me because, I've never really sat here and watched her go and see, and she's pretty darn capable. She's got a nice hind end.
Thanks, yeah.
But she's not using that power. It just stops back there. It's not coming through at all.
And so I'm like, how do I do?
Yeah. And she's a little dull to the aids.
Yeah.
She's a little behind your leg.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something I want to describe, like picture her forehooves and front to back. She's so much more heavily weighted on the front.
Yeah.
She needs to take some of that weight and shift it back.
Yeah.
It's called longitudinal balance. And side to side, she's pretty good. That's lateral balance, because you're going to come across these terms when you get judged. But front to back, she needs to carry more behind, obviously. Yeah. And she needs to transmit that wonderful energy through the back. She's just sort of moving her legs.
Yeah.
So she needs to do lots of transitions.
Okay.
And when you get it, keep it. Because I was just watching her and going, that's exactly what I do. It's kind of a nice transition to walk, and then you just gave her the reins. Yeah, to try to stay at attention and working for maybe 10 seconds into the walk, because she can say, hey, no, you let go of me here.
Yeah.
So even just what you're doing now is a really good exercise, and you can see she's complaining.
Yeah.
So she needs to learn how to carry herself, and you can teach her in different ways.
Yeah.
Like the habit. But you want to put her in a different balance. So let's try that halt back a couple more times first. So first halt and get her in a nice balance. Before you do anything, what do you think of this? Can you close your eyes and feel where her weight is?
Crooked.
It's all planted in the front, huh? Yeah, see, you did exactly what, so don't go back. Fix that at the halt. Somehow convince her to put the weight back. So think about what she's doing. She's dropped her back. She's pushing her shoulders in the ground. She's hollowing her neck. So what I would do is close my legs in seat and say, hey, engage back there.
Oh, yeah.
Don't just work from the front. You want to, and don't go back yet. Try to get it at a halt.
She's like, do you want now?
Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Okay, close your legs. Say, here it comes. Now soften the reins and see what happens. Okay, now ask her to get a little, good. So the hard part is going to convince yourself to wait till she's in a good bed. No, don't go anywhere yet. And you did the same thing. You leaned back and pulled the reins. It's saying your head went up. So make her a little bit more engaged behind. I think of sitting heavier. Good. Think of in position, shifting the weight back. Convince her to lean back a little onto the hind leg. Here it comes. Okay, now in this position, she has to back up. Good girl. That's enough. Keep the balance. Don't let go. You just achieved everything and you gave it away. Stop now and get her balanced again. She's starting to, and she uses that neck against you. So to keep it soft is really, really hard. It takes a, soften now, soften. By giving your hands an inch or two. Good. Good. She thought, oh, how dare you? We don't want to get this into a pulling match either.
I know.
But that was so beautiful. Do you see this muscle change?
Yeah.
Close your legs. It's like I would be on the ground. I would.
Like when she was learning Piaffe. There. That just rocked her back.
And now ask her shift her weight back and soften in the front. Like she's squeezing her tummy and lifting her back.
That neck muscle really sticks out when she does it properly.
And of course it's going to go by right in a moment. And then she just vibrate your arm. Give. And there she is. You feel her, she even stopped.
Yeah.
And then from that position you
She's
want to
like,
back. And from there,
be
just
left
kind of
alone?
push your heels down. You might not have to do as much with the reins. Good girl. That's enough. Keep the balance. Don't give it away. That's the other thing I saw with you.
I know, because I like.
You as her rider is you achieve what you want and then you just.
And then I
drop
let
the window.
go.
That's my life story. I'm still working on that.
Good girl. Okay, relax. So that's not all going to come
Let's
in a
party.
day.
We achieved something. Let's throw the reins away.
Look at you let go and look what happened. So what you want to do is show her the balance and let her responsibility to keep it. You don't want to have to hold her there. You want to be able to
Yeah.
soften and say, I'll let you be when you're there. Good girl, Amy. And Nimeesha? Good. See, she's already different. Feel
Yeah.
now. Close your eyes and feel where her weight is. It's back now, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm. Yeah.
And so the trick, and it's tricky, is to try to keep her in this balance when you do your transitions. It's hard. Very good. You can give a little bit. You can give. She says, I'll carry. Look at her neck.
Oh, wow.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
And the bottom, you can look at a ratio, a physical ratio. Short naps. And you go 1, 2, 3. And before it was like equal.
Yeah.
It was 1 and 1. It was going like this. Okay, close your legs.
Cells are reporting.
Vibrate that. Give. 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 More. Give the legs.
It's always the thing.
More forward. Look at picture.
Wow.
So you activated her there,
Look how much
and
happier
then
she
you
is.
rewarded. Very nice.
Oh,
So I don't expect, but then and then try to step back. Just a little vibrate. Good girl. Even thinking about it was enough. Awesome.
Wow.
Keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it, keep it. Her, you should see her face concentrating.
I know.
It's
I
beautiful.
can feel it. She's not
She's
trying
getting
to
really
flip you
foamy.
off.
Yeah. Give, 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 give. You don't want to have to pull. And now to give her to the buckle and praise her. Scratch her. Say, good girl. And she rooted a little, but look at the neck. Look what happened. It's gorgeous.
It's like, God, why didn't you
Yeah.
do this like
So-
8 years ago?
Well, you just develop that response, and it takes time. It's a conditioned response. When I close my legs, you engage behind, you come round, and I reward. It's always from the back to the front. It becomes second nature. It can just get a little heavier in the saddle. You can close your legs a little. You can give her a touch
Almost
with the
wanna,
whip.
Like sit on her for like a couple days.
So try that again. See if you can get her in a nice balance. Close your legs first. Sit heavier. Think of the weight shifting back. All right. That was a really good response. Get greedy now. By that I mean ask for more.
Yeah.
Good, and give. Give. She stayed there, huh? Awesome. Good girl. All right, so the rest of the note, you can just keep her in front of the aids. She just needs to be much more supple to her back.
Because
you
I
know?
get into the pulling, and
Yeah, and she's just going to brace against you and go on her merry way.
so just think about putting, and I'll listen to the audio too. Think about putting my legs on.
I mean, because you've got excellent feel, and you're getting all the results we want. It just takes some patience.
And then don't pull as much. I mean, just have some feel, but more think legs on and.
I mean, she's not standing on one of her hind legs, but her weight is definitely back. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
That's super. I mean, that's a completely different profile than
Look at
what
her
you
foamy
started
mouth.
with.
I know.
happy.
she's-
It's beautiful. Good girl. So you'll play with that.
Okay.
Yeah, then develop that carrying power, because it's carrying power, you know, it's engagement of the hind legs. Through transitions, bending,
I'm helping.
through the hindquarters, and you know, you could always go back to a halt and get it there until it's like when I sit and close my legs and do this with my hands, I want you to go round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can picture everything.
No, you're doing really well. 'Cause- oh, super. And it gets light and it's like, whee.
Yeah, because I try to force her.
Well, now, once you start going, then momentum comes into play.
And I have
And it's going to be much harder at the walk and twice as hard at the trot and even way harder at the canter. So that's where you need the exercises.
yeah.
And to give her a lot of the responsibility, but when you do achieve that nice position,
Kind of give
to
her
not just
like-
say, oh, you're done, go on the forehead,
Yeah.
but say, hey, that's good. Let's keep this for a little longer.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Good girl. Can you walk forward and keep that? And then we'll start your test. Not bad. Okay, now you can long rein and praise her and Go back to your warm up and now she looks different now even. Do you feel the difference? She's carrying you and her back is loose. You did all that at a halt. And now she's reverting to her old self. But you got 10, 15 steps where it was fixed. There's the old Nimeesha, but she's just beautiful.
It's in there though.
Yeah,
Like,
isn't that
it's nice
cool?
to see it in there because I don't know if before I would have said that it was in there.
See now the ratio of her neck, the lower neck and the upper is much more equal. Okay, you ready to ride your test?
Yeah.
Here we go. That's the bell. And just salute the mirror. Don't worry about me. I know you don't halt at the beginning. has a really nice canter. You're lucky. No wonder she's so good at this sport.
I love, like, when everyone's like, canter's so hard. I'm like, that's the easiest case.
Yeah, no, she's super balanced and prompt and obedient. It's just the same things, you know, encouraging her to bend through the body and
Yeah.
the trot. Of course, she's hollowing against your hand
Yeah.
and she's not bending. So that's where she needs to work.
Yeah.
And you can slow everything down and get it at the walk. And
I kept trying to think leg on, but
I know Anne makes it look easy because it's a lot of work with a horse like this.
Yeah.
It's really hard, and you're riding in it just a snaffle. She's a big
trying to
girl.
pull.
So it is. It's like you got to close your leg and get that work, and then lever her back with your body, not just pull or she'll brace. And that's easier said than done.
Is there a bit that's legal that you think I could use?
I'm not up on the eventing rules, but I would think so. Okay, have you tried her in like a Kimberwick or
It's
something?
anything that dressage can do, she can do.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same rules, isn't it? No, she can just use a snaffle.
Okay.
You're a good girl.
So how do
Sometimes even slowing her down within like, cause she's got good energy. But like slow it way down, you know?
like 1 second where I felt the goodness.
Good, it's in there. It's totally in there.
Because I put my leg on and held, or like, I don't know what I did, but
You
I
held.
felt her almost
Yeah.
stop.
You created this exact, it's a half halt.
Yeah.
That's what she needs, 1,000,000 trillion of those, like every step.
A million
You
trillion
know,
apples.
but she's got to have enough energy, or if she's just pounding on the forehand, there's nothing to fix. She'll just brace.
Yeah.
But if you get enough energy and your timing is good, I mean, look at that. Look how quick you did that. And so it's the same thing. It's like, okay, keep this position, and now just listen to my seat. Sharpen her a little bit to the forward, because I see you having to work all of it. I mean, she's not, yeah. She should be walking off by then. So, and you can play with that without the frame.
Yeah.
Go back and forth, you know, like.
I wonder, yeah, I can do, because I used to do 2-step with her, like forward, 2, back, 2.
Yeah.
And then maybe what I can do, because what I learned to do with my mentor was if I put my leg on and she doesn't listen, to go, and then,
Right. You got to sharpen her to the aids.
yeah.
And that you don't want to do with contact. Just let her figure that out, so that once you are on contact, she knows, oh, I better go.
Yeah, so, yeah, I forget what she said to ask.
It is timing. You got to experiment.
But then eventually I'll ask and I'll spend a lot of time walking around on her and just practicing
Yeah.
those things.
And remember your downward transitions, they take more energy and more quality, because like their final halt and stuff
Yeah.
just sort of petered out.
Yeah.
If you ride a really nice quality trot and then boom into the halt,
Okay.
instead of like, oh, let's slow down, you know, like a, you know, when you take the energy off a boat, it just plows into the water. Or think when an airplane touching down, it's like engines are screaming and it's touched down and it's up. You know, the wheels touch down and you want that feeling. Sometimes I'll use the whip more into the downwards. Keep her active.
It's so helpful.
Yeah, I said, you guys, you got a lot of potential.
Yeah. If I can just get, until I get everything down pat, if I can get the judges looking at her tail or brow band.
No, you're going to just teach her to, you know what, you
No,
got to carry yourself, go when I say go, and stay in a different balance. Easy. Like Rodrigo. It's easy.
Yeah.
He does it.
The button. That was easy. Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Now I just need to figure out the feel to get from at the halt to the walk
There.
trot, and canter, and
Her-
then I'm good.
Her balance is already so different. I mean,
But it's
front to back.
just me sitting up and
So there, you could, before you go anywhere, have that pretty position.
then, yeah.
It's something we've been playing with. It's not like you're going to hit her with the whip, but you're going to take it, and tap, 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 tap,
Yeah.
tap. Say, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Sweet. Okay.
Speaking
Thank you so much.
Oh, it's
And
Vienna.
I'll,